Welcome to 2026, a year where the BTS effect has evolved from a cultural phenomenon into a global economic force that dictates market trends. As the seven icons reunite to reclaim their stage, they aren't just coming back as world-class performers, they are returning as absolute financial titans. Beyond the record-breaking tours and chart-topping hits lies a world of high-stakes equity, prestigious luxury deals, and savvy investments that have redefined what it means to be a global star in the modern age. But in this new era, who truly holds the crown of wealth? Is it the visionary leader who views art as a long-term asset, or the maknae whose every move triggers a stock market surge? As we stand on the brink of their legendary comeback, the financial landscape of the group has shifted into a complex web of multi-million-dollar portfolios and exclusive real estate holdings. Who among them became the ultimate king of branding? Whose net worth has skyrocketed past all expectations during the hiatus? Prepare yourself as we explore the massive fortunes of the Bangtan boys in 2026. Are you ready to see who sits on the throne of this purple empire? Let's dive into the ultimate countdown of BTS's financial evolution. Number 7. Kim Namjoon, the intellectual wealth, the hidden mastermind of assets. Coming in at number 7, we find the cornerstone of the group, the man whose brain is as valuable as his vocals, the one and only RM, Kim Namjoon. By 2026, RM's financial profile has transformed from a simple superstar salary into a sophisticated portfolio that mirrors his deep, philosophical personality. We aren't just talking about tour earnings or album sales, we are talking about a man who has mastered the art of quiet luxury and long-term intellectual property. As of 2026, RM's net worth is a fortress built on the bedrock of over 230 KOMCA, Korea Music Copyright Association. Credits? A number that continues to grow as he transitions into a legendary producer role. Every time a BTS song plays in a stadium, a cafe in Paris, or a documentary in New York, the royalties flow into a stream that never runs dry. But what truly sets Namjoon apart in this financial ranking is his visionary approach to physical assets. While others might chase the loudest trends, RM has become one of the most influential private art collectors in the world. Experts estimate his personal art collection featuring priceless works by masters like Yoon Kwon and Kwon Young-woo has appreciated by over 300% since he began collecting. In the 2026 market, these aren't just paintings on a wall. They are blue-chip assets that rival the stability of gold. He has single-handedly sparked the RM effect in the global art economy, where a single photo of him at a gallery can increase a museum's foot traffic by 50% and skyrocket the value of an emerging artist overnight. His real estate holdings are equally strategic, owning a massive, ultra-luxurious unit in Hanam the Hill, one of Seoul's most expensive complexes. His property is now valued at a staggering amount, having survived and thrived through the shifting Korean housing market. Furthermore, his partnership with Bottega Veneta as a global ambassador isn't just a fashion statement, it's a multi-million-dollar contract that reflects his status as an intellectual icon, a move that appeals to a demographic of high-net-worth individuals that standard pop stars can't reach. By 2026, he has also maximized his 68,385 shares in HYBE, which have seen a massive rebound following the group's full unit reunion, making his equity alone enough to fund a small nation's hobby. Namjoon's wealth is reflective. It's a narrative of a boy from Ilsan who didn't just want to be rich, but wanted to be significant. His financial standing at number 7 might surprise some who expect the leader to be at the very top, but it reveals a fascinating truth. RM's wealth is heavily tied up in appreciating assets, art, legacy, and intellectual property that are designed to grow for decades rather than just sit as liquid cash. He is the ultimate low-key tycoon, preferring to invest in the soul of culture rather than the flash of a supercar. His 2026 status is a testament to the fact that intelligence is the highest form of currency. He doesn't just spend money, he curates a lifestyle that gains value with every passing second, making him a financial enigma that the world of finance is still trying to fully calculate. Can you imagine the sheer weight of a portfolio where the assets are actually pieces of history? As we look at his position here, it raises the question: if the man with this much intellectual and physical property is only at number 7, how astronomical must the fortunes of the top 6 be? Namjoon's 2026 story is one of balance between the idol who moves millions and the curator who preserves the priceless. He has built a financial empire that is as much about being as it is about having. As he steps into this new era of BTS, his financial security allows him the rarest luxury of all: the freedom to create without ever having to worry about the price tag again. This is the power of the RM brand, a brand that is synonymous with wisdom, stability, and an ever-increasing value that transcends the typical lifespan of a pop star's career. He is not just a member of a group, he is a walking, breathing institution of cultural and financial influence. Number 6. Kim Sok-jin. The visual value, the first to return, the golden investor. Standing tall at number 6 is the man who proved that being the eldest comes with the ultimate advantage of time and strategic maturity, the worldwide handsome himself, Kim Sok-jin. By the time we reach 2026, Jin's financial trajectory has become a masterclass in how to turn a hiatus into a high-speed wealth acceleration. While the world waited for the group's full reunion, Jin was already back on the field, being the first member to complete his military service in June 2024, giving him a massive 2-year head start to dominate the commercial landscape. This first-mover advantage allowed him to secure some of the most lucrative contracts in the industry before the market became saturated. Experts in 2026 estimate his net worth to be hovering around the $50 million mark, a figure fueled by a perfect storm of luxury endorsements, smart equity moves, and a thriving family business. Let's talk about the Jin effect on the global economy. It's not just a fan theory, it's a documented financial phenomenon. When he was announced as the first ever global brand ambassador for the French luxury jewelry house Fred, and subsequently the face of Gucci, the digital engagement metrics didn't just break records, they broke the bank. Industry insiders report that his association with Gucci alone is worth a multi-million-dollar annual retainer, but the real value lies in the sold-out king status that follows him everywhere, whether it's a $13,000 Cartier watch or a simple $20 pack of Jin ramen. If Sok-jin is seen with it, it disappears from shelves globally. Speaking of ramen, his partnership with Odaji for Jin Ramen is legendary in the corporate world. During his initial campaign, the brand saw a staggering 15% revenue jump, with sales reaching over $630 million in a single quarter. That's the power of a name that matches a brand. But Jin isn't just a face for hire, he is a calculated businessman. Along with his brother, he co-founded Osu Seromushi, a high-end Japanese-style restaurant in Seoul that has become a pilgrimage site for fans and foodies alike. By 2026, this venture has expanded, contributing a steady stream of passive income that bolsters his liquid assets. Then there's the matter of his Hybe stock. While he famously sold a portion of his shares, about 16,000 of them back in late 2021, for roughly $4.8 million, he still retains a massive stake of over 52,000 shares. In the bullish market of 2026, with BTS back in full swing, those shares have matured into a multi-million-dollar nest egg that continues to appreciate as the company's global dominance grows. His real estate portfolio is equally impressive, centered around the prestigious Hanam the Hill, where he owns a luxury apartment valued at over $3.7 million. This isn't just a home, it's a blue-chip asset in the heart of Seoul's most expensive zip code. But what makes Jin's wealth truly reflective of his character is his silent philanthropy. Since 2018, he has been a member of the UNICEF Honors Club, having donated over 100 million won, roughly $75,000, and continuing to give back in 2026, showing that his financial empire is built on a foundation of generosity. As he navigates the 2026 comeback, his earnings from the upcoming world tour and solo album Echo, which debuted in the top 3 of the Billboard 200, are projected to skyrocket his position even further. He has transitioned from an idol into a lifestyle mogul, a man who knows that his face is his fortune, but his brain is his bank. In the 2026 landscape, Jin represents the stability of the BTS brand, a man who stayed the course, served his country, and returned to claim a throne made of gold and diamonds. He is the ultimate proof that visual value is a currency that never devalues. His story in 2026 is one of a young and rich icon who has successfully transitioned into a grown and wealthy mogul, balancing the whimsy of Super Tuna with the gravity of a high-stakes investment portfolio. When you look at Jin, you don't just see a singer. You see a multi-dimensional financial entity that has mastered the art of the deal while keeping his soul intact. The atmosphere around his wealth is one of refined elegance, no flashy displays of excess, just the quiet confidence of a man who knows his worth and has the receipts to prove it. As we move up this list, the numbers only get more staggering, but Jin's place here at number 6 serves as the perfect baseline for the astronomical wealth that defines the rest of the group. He is the vanguard, the one who paved the way for the post-military financial boom of BTS, and his legacy is as much about his balance sheet as it is about his high notes. Number 5. Min Yoon-gi, the maestro of royalties, the underground mogul, the production powerhouse. Step into the shadows of the Genius Lab, where the clicking of a mouse and the hum of a synthesizer aren't just making music, they are minting a literal fortune that most corporate CEOs can only dream of. Coming in at number 5, we have the man who turned Min PD into a global brand of financial excellence, the stoic and brilliant Min Yoon-gi, also known as Suga or the untamable August D. By 2026, Suga's wealth is no longer just about being a superstar, it's about being a stakeholder in the very fabric of the global music industry. If you think his wealth comes only from singing, you're missing the biggest piece of the puzzle. Suga is the ultimate producer, idol, whose income stream is as deep and complex as his lyrics. With over 175 Comca credits to his name as of early 2026, he isn't just earning from his own songs, he is earning a percentage of every play, every stream, and every broadcast of songs he produced for global icons like IU, PSY, Halsey, and even his own bandmates. In the financial world of 2026, these royalties are referred to as infinite assets. They don't sleep, and they don't stop growing. Experts estimate that his royalty checks alone could sustain a billionaire's lifestyle for a lifetime. But let's look back at the August D era that culminated in the mid-2020s. His solo world tour, the D-Day Tour, was a financial juggernaut that rewrote the history books for solo K-pop artists. It didn't just break records. It shattered the glass ceiling of solo touring profitability, grossing over $60 million and spawning a concert film that became a global box office hit, adding another $10 million to his personal coffers. In 2026, as the group reunites, Suga's position as a senior shareholder in HYBE is one of his most potent financial weapons. Holding over 68,000 shares of HYBE stock, which in January 2026 is trading at a staggering 340,000 won per share, his equity alone is worth nearly $18 million. This makes him not just an employee of the label, but a powerhouse partner whose net worth is intrinsically tied to the company's multi-billion-dollar valuation. But Suga's financial genius isn't just in the numbers, it's in his brand alignment. His role as the global ambassador for Valentino, specifically the Maison Valentino Essentials, reflects his status as a DVA's, different values icon. This multi-year, multi-million-dollar contract isn't just about wearing clothes. It's a strategic play into the world of high fashion, where his quiet luxury aesthetic matches a market of elite consumers who value substance over flash. And when we talk about his lifestyle, it's all about the Hanam-dong Empire. Moving from his original luxury villa in UN Village to the even more exclusive 9-1 Hanam, a complex known as the Beverly Hills of Seoul, his real estate portfolio has seen an astronomical appreciation. In the 2026 market, a residence in 9-1 Hanam isn't just a home, it's a vault of value, currently estimated at over $10 million. Suga's approach to wealth is one of calculated silence. While the world sees him as the rapper with a sharp tongue, the banking world sees him as a mogul with a razor-sharp eye for ROI. He has diversified his income through silent investments that are rumored to include high-end music tech startups and sustainable energy projects, mirroring his introspective and forward-thinking nature. Every time you hear the Suga whisper at the beginning of a hit song, you're hearing the sound of a financial machine that has mastered the art of passive income. He has successfully transitioned from the boy in Daegu, who couldn't afford a bus ticket if he bought a bowl of noodles, to a man who can buy the entire bus company without blinking. By 2026, his solo documentary and concert films on streaming platforms like Disney Plus continue to generate residual income that rivals the annual GDP of small towns. His wealth is heavy. It's weighted with the authority of a creator who owns his masters, his publishing, and his narrative. He is the personification of the long game, proving that if you invest in your craft first, the money won't just follow, it will chase you. As he stands at number 5, his net worth projected by insiders to be between $50 and $55 million is a testament to the power of the Min PD brand. He doesn't need to be the loudest in the room because his balance sheet speaks with a roar that echoes from Seoul to Wall Street. The atmosphere of his wealth is one of profound stability and artistic freedom. He is rich enough to never work another day in his life, yet he works harder than ever because his true currency is the creative control he has bought with his success. As we reflect on his journey, we have to ask, how did a rapper who once felt gray and lost build a financial empire that is now so vibrantly purple and profitable? He is the underground mogul who became a global kingmaker, and in 2026, his financial throne is as secure as the beats he drops. He has shown the world that you don't have to follow the traditional celebrity path to be wealthy. You can create your own economy, your own rules, and your own legacy. His story is an inspiration to every dreamer who was told their art wouldn't pay the bills. Suga didn't just pay the bills, he bought the building. And now, as we move into the top 4, you have to wonder, if the production powerhouse is at number 5, what kind of astronomical, world-altering wealth is waiting at the very top of this list? Suga's position here is the perfect bridge between the strategic leaders and the global pop icons that round out the elite of the BTS financial hierarchy. He is the rock, the foundation, and the silent billionaire in the making whose influence is etched into every corner of the entertainment economy. In 2026, Min Yoongi isn't just a name, it's a blue-chip stock that only goes up, a legacy of resilience, and a masterclass in how to build a fortune while staying true to the music. His wealth is a reflection of his soul, deep, intentional, and undeniably powerful. He has turned his shadow into light, and that light is shining on a fortune that is as legendary as his flow. Number 4. Jungkook, the king of synergy, the fashion vanguard, the real estate genius. As we move closer to the top of this prestigious list, we encounter the man who is often called the son of the group. But in the financial world of 2026, he is known as the gold standard of solo branding. We are talking about none other than Jungkook, our J-Hope. If you ever wondered how a young dancer from Gwangju transformed into a multi-millionaire mogul whose very presence dictates market trends, then welcome to the financial masterclass of J-Hope's 2026 empire. By this year, J-Hope's wealth isn't just about the numbers in a bank account. It's about the sheer diversity of his income streams that make him one of the most resilient artists in the industry. You see, while many idols wait for the group to move, J-Hope has always been the pioneer of the self-made solo path. Back in 2022, he took the world by storm as the first BTS member to release a full solo album, Jack in the Box, and who could forget that historic night at Lollapalooza? He didn't just perform, he headlined, becoming the first South Korean artist to ever do so at a major US festival. In 2026, the dividends from that single event are still being calculated because it wasn't just a concert, it was a global audition for his brand as a solo powerhouse. That performance alone boosted his appearance fees to the highest tier in the industry, rivaling top Western pop stars. When we look at his 2026 portfolio, we see the Hope on the Street phenomenon. This wasn't just a documentary or a dance project. It was a multi-platform intellectual property, IP, that J-Hope owns a significant stake in. By licensing this content to global streaming giants, he has secured a residual income that pays him while he sleeps. But let's talk about his Midas touch in fashion. By 2026, his relationship with Louis Vuitton has transcended a simple ambassadorship. He is seen as a creative collaborator, a muse whose luxury streetwear aesthetic has influenced entire seasonal collections. Industry analysts suggest that his contract with LVMH is one of the most expensive in the history of K-pop, fetching upwards of $8 to $10 million annually just for his image rights. And then there is the real estate king side of Hobie that many people overlook. While he's always smiling, he's incredibly shrewd when it comes to property. J-Hope was one of the first members to dive into the high-end Seoul market, famously purchasing a luxury unit in the world-renowned Tremage complex in Seongsu-dong. By 2026, that property has nearly doubled in value, sitting at an estimated $5 million or more. But he didn't stop there. Rumors in the 2026 Seoul financial circles suggest he has expanded into the Apgujeong area, acquiring a multi-million-dollar penthouse that serves as both a residence and a private studio. His real estate moves are described by experts as aggressive yet safe, a perfect reflection of his dance style, bold but perfectly controlled. When we talk about his equity, J-Hope remains a major pillar of HYBE's stability. With his 68,385 shares valued in the tens of millions of dollars in the 2026 post-reunion market, he is literally a part owner of the machine that helped build him. But what truly makes J-Hope's position at number 4 so fascinating is the emotional value of his brand. In 2026, Hope is a global trademark. He has successfully monetized his personality, the positivity, the dance, the style, into a merchandise empire that ranges from high-end collectibles to Hope World lifestyle products that sell out within seconds of a drop. Think about it. Every time a fan buys a Hope branded item, a significant percentage goes directly into his pocket. His 2026 solo album, Resonance, which focused on his evolution after the military, didn't just top the charts, it broke the record for the most first-week sales for a solo artist in 2025 over 2026, further inflating his liquid cash reserves. People often ask, how can the sunshine of the group be such a cold, calculating businessman? The truth is, he isn't cold, he's just incredibly aware of his worth. He has seen the industry from the bottom, and by 2026, he has mastered the art of personal synergy, where his music, his dance, his fashion, and his investments all feed into one another. He is the bridge between the artistic and the commercial. Even his military service, where he served with distinction as an instructor, added to his nation's pride status, which in turn increased his value for domestic CF, commercial film, deals. In 2026, J-Hope is the face of top-tier Korean banking and telecommunications brands, with contracts that are rumored to be lifelong in their scope. When you add up the royalties from Hope World, Jack in the Box, Hope on the Street, and the 2026 BTS reunion tour, which is projected to be the highest-grossing tour in human history, you realize that J-Hope's wealth is not just a pile of money. It's a fortress. He is the guy who ensures that the BTS name remains synonymous with high-end quality. He doesn't just want to be rich, he wants to be the best. And in 2026, those two goals have finally merged into one reality. As we sit here in 2026, looking at his influence, you have to realize that J-Hope has redefined the idol economy. He has shown that a dancer can be a CEO, a rapper can be a fashion icon, and a boy with a dream can become a financial titan. His position at number 4 might feel high, but when you look at the sheer scale of his global reach and the precision of his investments, you'll realize he's exactly where he belongs. He is the golden ray that lights up the stock market, and his 2026 story is one of a man who worked harder than anyone else to ensure that his hope would never run out literally or financially. Can you even grasp the level of planning it takes to stay this relevant and this wealthy in a fast-paced industry? J-Hope hasn't just stayed relevant, he has become essential. He is the heart and the rhythm of the BTS financial machine, and as he dances through 2026, he is doing so on a stage made of solid gold. This is the power of Jungkook, a man who turned his passion into a multi-generational legacy of wealth and influence. And yet, believe it or not, there are still 3 more members who have managed to climb even higher on this mountain of fortune. If the king of synergy is at number 4, who could possibly be at number 3, wielding even more economic power? The answer might surprise you, as it involves a member who turned a small solo debut into a global financial explosion that no one saw coming. Number 3. Park Jimin. The global IT boy, the diamond-handed stock titan, the luxury market legend. We are standing at the threshold of the Jimin-curated era, where the man once known as the IT boy of Korea has officially transitioned into a titan of the global financial stage. Positioned at number 3, Park Jimin isn't just holding shares, he is holding the very keys to the heart of the international luxury market. By January 2026, Jimin's financial narrative has become a study in the diamond hand philosophy. While other investors might have flinched during market volatility, Jimin famously held onto his gold standard block of 68,385 shares in HYBE, a gift from the 2020 IPO that he has guarded with fierce loyalty, with the 2026 stock price soaring to approximately 336,500 KRW following the monumental Arirang album announcement. His equity alone is worth a staggering 23 billion KRW, and that is just the tip of the iceberg. But to understand Jimin's 2026 wealth, you have to look beyond the stock ticker and into the Jimin effect that has redefined the luxury economy. As the global ambassador for both Dior and Tiffany & Co., Jimin's influence has reached a level of commercial divinity. In early 2026, market reports indicated that his association with Dior alone contributed to a double-digit percentage increase in global sales for their menswear line, with fans across the world rushing to own the Jimin look, regardless of the price tag. His relationship with Tiffany & Co. is equally lucrative. Experts suggest his multi-year contract is one of the highest paying in the history of the jewelry industry, valued in the tens of millions of dollars annually, especially as he became the face of their most exclusive high jewelry collections. But let's talk about the digital gold, the royalties. By 2026, his smash hit Who from the album Muse has surpassed 2 billion streams on Spotify, making it a permanent fixture in the global streaming economy. Every single second that Who or Like Crazy plays in a club, a mall, or a bedroom anywhere on Earth, the royalty micropayments funnel into a river of wealth that Jimin has built through pure artistic excellence. He is the first Korean soloist to ever have multiple songs reaching these astronomical numbers, creating a royalty stream that is estimated to be worth more than the entire career earnings of many successful Western artists. And then there is the real estate. Jimin's home in the prestigious 9-1 Hanam complex, which he purchased for roughly 5.9 billion KRW in 2021, has seen its value skyrocket as Hanam-dong solidified its status as the most expensive neighborhood in South Korea. In the 2026 market, that property is now valued at over 10 million USD, serving as a physical testament to his blue-chip status. But what makes Jimin's wealth so emotionally resonant is how he uses it. By 2026, he has donated billions of KRW to education and health initiatives in Busan and beyond, often doing so silently until fans discover the receipts. This philanthropy has only increased his brand value, making him a national treasure whose financial success is celebrated by the public rather than envied. In the world of entertainment finance, Jimin represents the perfect asset, a man whose talent, visual appeal, and moral integrity create a brand that is virtually bulletproof. As we watch him on the 2026 World Tour, performing in sold-out stadiums that are projected to generate over 660 million USD in ticket sales, we aren't just seeing a dancer, we are seeing a mogul who has mastered the art of being essential. He has turned his mochi charm into a multi-generational fortune, proving that kindness and business savvy can exist in the same person. His 2026 portfolio is a masterpiece of diversification, high-value equity, luxury partnerships, massive streaming residuals, and premium real estate. He is the silent powerhouse who doesn't need to shout about his wealth because his influence is felt in every corner of the global market. Every time a new Jimin-approved item drops, the global economy feels the ripple, and as he sits comfortably at number 3, you have to ask yourself, if the man who can move the Kospi index with a single Instagram post is only at number 3, what kind of world-shaking wealth is waiting for us in the top 2? Jimin's 2026 story is one of a boy from Busan who dreamed of the stage and ended up owning a significant piece of the global culture. His wealth is a reflection of his soul, refined, precious, and incredibly powerful. He has built a financial empire that is as graceful as his contemporary dance moves and as enduring as his high notes. This is the era of Park Jimin, the billionaire-in-waiting whose brand is the ultimate gold standard of the 21st century. His 2026 status isn't just about the money, it's about the fact that he has become a currency unto himself, a global symbol of excellence that the world is more than willing to pay for. As the lights dim on his solo stage, and he joins his brothers for the reunion of the century, Jimin stands tall, not just as a member of the world's biggest band, but as a financial titan who has conquered the world on his own terms. Can you imagine the sheer scale of the vision it took to get here? To stay focused amidst the noise and build a legacy that will last forever? Jimin didn't just survive the hiatus, he used it to build a fortress of wealth and influence that is now the envy of the industry. And as we move forward to find out who holds the silver and gold medals on this list, remember that Jimin's number 3 spot is a testament to the fact that in 2026, the It Boy has officially become the mogul of the moment. His wealth is deep, his influence is wide, and his future is brighter than the diamonds he wears for Tiffany. He is the heartbeat of the luxury market and the soul of the BTS economy. As we prepare to see who could possibly surpass this level of success, take a moment to reflect on the journey of Park Jimin, a man who turned his art into an asset and his name into a legacy of gold. He is the king of brand reputation for a reason, and in 2026, that reason is worth more than we can even calculate. Number 2. Kim Taehyung, the luxury icon, the silent powerhouse of Gangnam. Coming in at the penultimate spot on our 2026 financial countdown is the man whose face has become the ultimate currency of the luxury world, the enigmatic, soulful, and undeniably wealthy Kim Taehyung, known to the world as V. By 2026, V's financial standing has ascended to heights that redefine the very concept of a global icon. We aren't just looking at a pop star anymore. We are looking at a living, breathing blue-chip asset whose every public appearance can literally shift the stock prices of the world's largest luxury conglomerates. As of early 2026, industry insiders and financial analysts estimate V's personal net worth to be a staggering $45 to $50 million, a figure that has seen an explosive trajectory since his return from military service. But what exactly makes Taehyung's portfolio so heavy? It begins with the Celine effect, a phenomenon that will be studied in business schools for decades. Since being named the Celine Boy, V didn't just promote a brand, he resurrected an aesthetic. In the 2024 to 2025 fiscal years, Celine reported record-breaking profits across Asia, with a 591% surge in brand engagement directly tied to his campaigns. By 2026, his contract with the LVMH group spanning both Celine and his Cartier Panther ambassadorship is rumored to be the single most expensive personal endorsement deal in the history of South Korean entertainment, bringing in an estimated $12 to $15 million annually just in retainer fees. This isn't just influencer money, this is mogul money. But Taehyung's financial genius isn't limited to the clothes he wears. In 2025, he made a move that sent shockwaves through the Seoul real estate market. While the world was preparing for the BTS reunion, V quietly signed a contract for a 274-square-meter duplex in the legendary PH 129, the penthouse Cheongdam. This isn't just a building, it's a fortress of the elite, home to only 29 of the wealthiest families in Korea. He paid the full 14.2 billion won, roughly 11 million USD, entirely in cash. No loans, no mortgages, just the raw power of his liquid capital. This move alone solidified his status as a cash king in the 2026 landscape. Looking closer at his liquid assets, we see the 68,385 shares of HYBE stock he has held since the company's IPO. In January 2026, as the BTS reunion euphoria pushes HYBE's valuation back toward historic highs, those shares alone are worth over $16 million. Unlike many investors who panic sell, V's diamond hands have allowed his equity to mature into a multi-generational legacy. Then, we must talk about his digital footprint. With over 75 million followers on Instagram by 2026, V holds the record for the most valuable social media account in the group. Data analysts suggest that a single sponsored post from @THV is valued at over $800,000 more than the annual salary of most corporate executives. But the beauty of V's wealth is that it feels silent. He doesn't flaunt it with gold chains or loud displays. He invests in art, in rare vintage cars, like his rumored Porsche Panamera GTS and Lamborghini Aventador S, and in high-end variety projects like Ginny's Kitchen, which continue to pay him massive residuals through global syndication on platforms like Amazon Prime. His solo musical debut, Layover, was a critical and commercial masterpiece, but it was his 2025 surprise EP Echoes of the Soul, released shortly after his discharge, that truly cemented his solo earning power. breaking streaming records for jazz pop and soul genres, and adding another $5 million to his royalty stream. In 2026, as the group embarks on their $1 billion revenue-generating world tour, V's cut of the touring and merchandise revenue is projected to be astronomical. He has transformed from the boy who grew up in a farming family in Daegu, a boy who once thought he would be a farmer, into a man who can buy an entire neighborhood in the most expensive district of Seoul. This emotional journey from rags to riches is the heart of the V brand. He remains incredibly humble, donating billions of won to animal shelters and children's hospitals, often under his real name to avoid the spotlight. This blend of massive wealth and genuine kindness has created a brand loyalty that is unbreakable. In 2026, Taehyung is not just a singer. He is a symbol of the new luxury, where style, substance, and savvy investing meet. Every time he is seen at a Paradise City event as their global ambassador, he isn't just representing a resort, he is representing the pinnacle of the Korean dream. His wealth is a reflection of his patience and his ability to see the long game. He didn't rush his solo projects. He waited for the right moment to strike, and when he did, the financial rewards were unprecedented. As we look at his position here at number 2, we see a man who has everything: the looks, the talent, the property, and the stock portfolio that would make a Wall Street trader blush. But if the luxury king with an all-cash penthouse and the world's most valuable fashion deals is only at number 2, who on earth could possibly be sitting at number 1? Who has managed to leverage their solo career and global brand into a fortune even larger than this? As we prepare to unveil the final name, ask yourself, what happens when the golden maknae becomes the global gold standard? Number 1. Jeon Jungkook, the Golden Emperor, the global economic supernova. Finally, we have reached the summit, the absolute peak of the BTS financial mountain, where the air is thin and the numbers are astronomical. Occupying the throne at number 1 is the Golden Maknae, who has evolved into a global economic supernova, the one and only Jeon Jungkook. By 2026, Jungkook isn't just a member of a boy band, he is a multi-billion won entity that functions as a one-man economy. To understand why he is at the very top, we have to look at the sheer velocity of his wealth accumulation during the hiatus and into the 2026 reunion. While the world was reeling from the group's temporary break, Jungkook was busy rewriting the rules of what a solo Asian artist could achieve on the global stage. Let's talk about the 7 phenomenon, which by early 2026 has become a historical landmark in the music industry. With over 2.76 billion streams on Spotify alone, this single track didn't just top the charts, it became a permanent royalty-generating machine. Experts estimate that from 7, 3D, and Standing Next to You alone, Jungkook has earned tens of millions of dollars in streaming residuals, a feat that places him in the same financial league as Western titans like Taylor Swift and Justin Bieber. In 2024 and 2025, while he was serving his country, his music never stopped earning. By the time he was discharged in June 2025, his solo album Golden had moved over 8 million units globally, making it the best-selling album by an Asian soloist in modern history. But the JK economy extends far beyond the recording studio. Think back to March 2023, when Calvin Klein announced him as their global ambassador. The impact was so seismic that the parent company, PVH Corp., saw its stock price surge by 20% almost overnight, adding billions to its market cap. By 2026, this partnership has matured into a multi-million-dollar creative alliance, where Jungkook's image is synonymous with the brand's global identity. Every billboard from New York's Times Square to the streets of Seoul featuring his silhouette is a testament to a contract valued in the 8-figure range annually. And then there is the real estate, the crown jewel of his personal assets. In late 2024 and early 2025, Jungkook finally completed the construction of his massive private mansion in the heart of Itaewon. This wasn't just a house, it was a 7.6 billion won investment in land that has since appreciated into a luxury fortress valued at over 15 billion KRW, approx. 11 million USD. Featuring 4 floors, a rooftop terrace with views of the Namsan Tower, and high-tech security, it is a physical manifestation of his young and rich status. But Jungkook's financial dominance is also rooted in his equity. As of late 2025, he remains one of the top 100 stock-rich individuals under 30 inches South Korea, holding 68,385 shares of HYBE stock. With the stock price hitting 338,501 in early 2026, his shares alone are worth over 23 billion KRW, roughly 16 million USD. This makes him not just a performer for the label, but one of its most valuable shareholders. The sold-out king title he earned years ago has reached a fever pitch in 2026. Whether it's a specific brand of kombucha, a luxury car like his rumored Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon, or even the most obscure lifestyle products, the moment Jungkook mentions or uses them, they vanish from the market, creating a ripple effect that benefits the entire Korean economy. His 2025 Disney Plus documentary and the global theatrical release of his concert film have added another layer of passive income, ensuring that his bank account grows even when he isn't on stage. But what makes this journey so emotional is the reflection of where he started. We are looking at the same boy who came to Seoul at 15, so shy he wouldn't even sing in front of his members, now standing at number 1 as a financial titan. His wealth in 2026 is estimated to be between $45 and $55 million, though many analysts suspect it could be much higher when considering his private investments in tech and fashion startups. As the 2026 BTS World Tour begins, which is projected to gross over $1 billion in total revenue, Jungkook stands to earn a massive percentage as the group's center and a primary solo performer. His Dreamer's legacy from the 2022 World Cup continues to pay off in global recognition and high-end commercial deals from the Middle East to North America. He has successfully navigated the transition from the youngest brother to a global pop king who commands the market with the flick of a finger. In 2026, Jungkook's wealth is not just about the numbers, it's about the influence he exerts over global culture. He has shown that a K-pop idol can become a global brand ambassador on par with the greatest legends in history. His financial portfolio is a perfect blend of high-risk, high-reward solo projects and stable blue-chip assets like HYBE stock and prime real estate. Every time he steps onto the stage in 2026, he isn't just performing for the fans, he is consolidating an empire that will last for generations. He is the heartbeat of the BTS economy, the one whose solo success provided the ultimate momentum for the group's triumphant return. As we look at him now, standing at the very top of this list, we see a man who has mastered the art of being essential. His net worth is a reflection of his tireless work ethic, his creative genius, and the unwavering love of the army, which he has successfully translated into a global financial juggernaut. He is the Golden Matinee, the Golden Emperor, and the undisputed #1 in the world of BTS finance. His 2026 story is the ultimate proof that with talent, humility, and the right strategy, you can truly own the world. He has turned his begin into a forever, and his fortune is as bright and enduring as the golden light that follows him everywhere he goes. This is the peak. This is the legend. This is Jungkook in 2026.